Double cleanse my skin like I do every morning. That is with an oil cleanser followed by a water-based cleanser. And as I'm reading comments through videos, a lot of people are saying that oil cleansers break them out. It makes me wonder, are y'all not following up with a water-based cleanser? Maybe you are. I don't know. I'm just going off of what I'm hearing in the comments. So with double cleansing, you definitely want to make sure that you start with dry hands and a dry face with the oil, because that is going to break down all the excess sebum, pollution gathered from the day. Yes, I double cleanse in the morning. You're not going to ever change my mind. Important after using an oil-based cleanser that you follow up with a water-based cleanser. I've seen a couple of dermatologists say, you don't need a water-based cleanser. You can just use an oil cleanser. I respectfully disagree. I respect dermatologists, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. The oil is what lifts up all the excess oil. The cleanser comes in and just sweeps away everything that the oil cleanser has done. The water-based cleanser comes in there and gives you a deep clean, gets it all off, and it's a clean slate for the day. People love to misquote me that Ashley said you have to. No, you do what feels best to your skin. For me, it's double cleansing in the morning and at night. I just used Caudalie Grape Water, Aqua, and Dermaline PDRN, now SK2, the Patera Essence. It's a watery essence, so there's different types of essence. Some are really thick, like almost like an emulsion. I'll give you an example. Here's the SK2 Patera. You can see how watery, right? It just rolls right down my hand. This is from Haniel. This is the Red Rice Firming Essence. Look how thick that is. That is also an essence. This would go at the end of my toner's watery essence. Really about trial and error, figuring out what feels best, what works out. There's been plenty of times that I'm like, oh, I should have probably used that toner first. You know, you live and you learn. These are PDRN eye patches from Dermaline, which I love. Then I Met You, the Giving Essence. I am almost out of this bottle. Is also an essence. It's watery, but it's thicker than the Patera. I know it gets so confusing with skincare, especially when everybody seems to know it all. We're all learning together. Okay, even dermatologists, even estheticians who have been in this business for a long time, skincare is ever evolving. That's why I never consider myself an expert, because I feel like once you hit that expert peak, hit your ceiling, where I don't need to learn anymore. And not saying that all doctors are like that. There are plenty of dermatologists out here that are continuing their education on skincare. I'm just always about experimenting and learning. Even though I'm not an esthetician or a dermatologist, I still know what I'm talking about. And I've been doing this longer than some of y'all have been alive, so. This is Anua TXA Niacinamide Serum. TXA is also known as tranexamic acid. More gentle than vitamin C and has been proven to work well with melasma. Now, melasma is not just gonna disappear and go away. It's kind of one of those things that when it's there, it's there. It will go dormant, which means it will disappear for a while, but there are different factors that can flare up melasma. Hormones, heat, sun. See a lot of pregnant women, they'll call it the melasma mustache. And then after they've had their baby, it will kind of disappear, but it's always gonna kind of be there. So just be really careful with your sun intake. I have been researching. You can use TXA with vitamin C. Yes, you can. This is the Medicate C Tetra Advanced. This is their newest vitamin C. I like it because it's a creamy texture. Also with serums, I'm going thinnest to thickest. So the TXA was much thinner. It's almost on a watery level. Eye cream. This is also from Dermaline. This is the PDRN eye cream. Thick. It's almost got like a slime texture. I don't know if that's going to sell you on it, but it's not really slimy. Kind of like a gel texture. I'm going to add a drop of Volaphenol for hollowness of the eyes. It does not happen overnight. It takes a long time. I'm always about trying new things. Gently put it under my eyes. I'm like no pressure. If it's between a 1 and a 10, the pressure is at a 1. And then I always love to put my eye cream around my lips. And I'll put it on these little lines up here. I guess here. Next is from Tatcha. This is the Dewy Milk Moisturizer, and it's a lighter version, which I love for the summer, especially being in the South. It's so humid here. Almost feels like an emulsion. Finishing up with sunscreen. This is from Naked Sundays, and I used it the other day, and I loved it because it did not pill. It just really kind of melted into my skin, which is so nice. Somebody questioned if I was using enough sunscreen the other day. If it's one thing I know, it's to wear enough sunscreen, okay? Trust me, I got this. Take a dry beauty blender and go over. Such a nice little glow. So pretty. I have a Zoom in just a few minutes, so I'm going to add just a little blush. This is Rare Beauty, and this is Happy. I'm just going to put it on my finger because it's so pigmented. Like, if you get this, you're never going to have to buy another blush. It stays with you for your whole life. I just like to kind of press it between my fingers to filter it out, to blur it out. Then I'll just go right around. Rare Beauty also sent me all of their new lip glosses. So let's see. I'm going to use Beam. Kind of a peachy nude, and that's perfect. God, these smell so good. This brings me back to my like Rainbow Bright, Sanrio, Strawberry Shortcake days. Those are so nice. Perfect. Morning skincare is done, and a little blush and gloss.